Hello everyone. So let's start our today's session. In our today's session, I have brought the new topic for you, that is refining of metal. As I have taught you in my previous lectures that after calcination, roasting, we will get there the metal oxide, and after that we have studied the lot of method of reduction to reduce this metal oxide into a free form. After getting the metal oxide into a free metal, then there will be some impurities will be present. So what we have to do in the metallurgy, we have to remove that finally impurities and we have to convert into a pure form. Means free metal we have to convert into a pure free metal. Okay, so the few methods which I have brought to discuss with you, actually there are lot of methods, but up to 10th standard you have to study only the three methods. Okay, so the first method of refining, that is of oxidation. In this method a current of air is passed through impure molten metal. First of all, we have to take a free metal that should be in a molten state. When we will pass the electric current, then what will happen, the impurities are oxidized by the oxygen, okay, of the air. These oxides are usually gaseous, in the gaseous form, and hence are expelled, leaving the metal in a pure state. Means whatever the impurities we will get in a gaseous form, so they will expelled out, and the pure metal that will leaving behind. Okay, so this is the very simple method, okay, through which we can get a pure metal. The next method, this is of liquefaction. This is also a very simple format. In this method, a low melting metal means their melting point should be low, okay, like lead can be made to flow on a sloping surface. Okay, in this way it is separated from a higher melting impurities. Means if we will start to heat up the metal and we will put on a sloping surface, then what will happen, metal is having low melting point, so it will start to melt first, okay, and impurities are having high melting point, so they will not start to melt, and the metal, low melting metal, that will start to flow, and that is to be collected in a next container. Okay, so here I am just reminding you, whenever the two questions comes, liquefaction and the leaching, then the students they get confused. Here I am telling you, leaching is the method of concentration, and in the method of leaching what we do, we put a metallic ore into a suitable solvent. Okay, but in the method of liquefaction it is a method of refining. Okay, it is not a method of concentration, and here we are not using any chemical or any solvent. Okay, so here we are directly heating a metal, free metal, and those are having low melting point, and metals those are having low melting point, they will start to flow first and they will be collected in the next container. Okay, I hope you all have got it. Let's discuss the next method. This is of electrolytic refining, that is very important from this chapter. Okay, now in the electrolytic refining, as it is getting clear from the name, we have to use the electricity. Okay, so what we have to do in this method, impure metal is taken as a anode. Impure metallic rod, here you have to know, that will act as anode, and a pure metallic rod is taken as a cathode. These are the two important points that you have to understand, and they are dipped in electrolytic solution, but the electrolytic solution of that is the salt of same metal. Suppose we are doing the metallurgy of copper, so it should be dipped in copper sulfate. It should not dipped in zinc sulfate. Okay, it should dipped in the same metallic salt. Copper should be dipped in copper sulfate. So you see here, I am just explaining with the help of figure how the refining of copper is to be done. We have to take a big container, and as we are doing the refining of copper, so we are using here the two metallic rods of copper. One is of pure and second is of impure. Pure metallic rod, it act as a cathode, and in pure metallic rod it acts as anode. Here we have to know it is made up of impure metal, and cathode it is made up of pure metal. Okay, now it is to be dipped in copper sulfate solution. It is the salt solution of same metal. Okay, when the electric current is to be passed inside it, then what will happen? The pure copper, from impure copper, pure copper from impure metallic copper starts to move to the pure metallic copper rod, and they will start to deposit around it. Okay, and after some time impure metallic copper rod that will start to dissolve, and all the impurities will start to fall down. Reminding once again, okay, pure copper from anode starts to move, and that will start to deposit around the cathode, and cathode it is a pure metallic rod which is made up of copper, pure copper. Okay, and the impurities which is present in anode, that will start to fall down, and that is to be known as anode mud. Mud, this is of impurities, because it is falling from the anode, so we call it, this is anode mud. Okay, so in this procedure what will happen? The whole procedure will happen when the electricity is to be passed. Okay, that we must know that. Okay, in the whole procedure two chemical reactions will take place. At anode what will happen? Oxidation will take place. Copper starts to liberate 2 electron, and that will convert into Cu2 positive. Here the oxidation state of copper is to be 0, and here it is to be +2. That means copper is going to be oxidized here. Okay, now at cathode what will happen? Reduction will take place. Copper 2 positive, that will start to receive 2 electron, and that will convert into a copper, that we will get it in a solid form, that we must know that. Okay, whenever the copper will get oxidized, so that will, you have to show there the aqueous form, but when it will start to deposit at cathode, so that will occur in a solid form. In this way we get a pure metallic copper. I think you all have got the electrolytic refining of copper. That's all for today.